Hello everyone, welcome to General Lando 327 plays Final Fantasy XIII, episode 32. We are at the bottom of the tower. We just got in here and we are going to try to see how much of this we can get done in 1 hour. I would like to get this entire tower done in 1 hour, which is basically a lot of missions and then the final boss of the tower. We may only make it to the boss, I'm not sure.
What's that?
Hey look, there he is again.
Waiting for us, huh? Get back! What's this? Some kind of trap?
No lightning. It's a hole in the wall that, was not there a second ago because you just got shot at by a giant, dragon thing.
Why don't we go take a look?
Alright, so now we get our first mission. These are actually, plot required missions in order to advance your ability to make it through the tower. As such, these missions are not repeatable while you're still going through the tower the first time. So as easy as it would be to just run back and forth between the mark and the mission giver in these areas, they won't let you do it, which is kind of annoying, but at the same time, whatever. So unlike most of their kind, these guys are actually really easy. They're very easily staggerable, and then once they're staggered, it's already over. So, you know how most of them usually take forever to stagger and then it's over? Nah, these are pretty easy. As you can tell. And at our character development level, this is nothing. This way first. Oh no, you hit me. Whatever shall I do? Oh, that's right. I already killed you. My bad. Alright, so here's our mark. Really ugly looking thing. So what we actually want to do to make this incredibly simple is just let it notice us and then draw it to the stairs. And make sure to try to avoid that little attack because it has exceedingly long range. Then wait till it turns around. And run up behind it. I think we've done this a few times. Ironically, the hardest part of that is avoiding his attack because, like I say, he flails and it's covers quite an area. So we need to fibber this because I don't want to do it again. Actually, we can't do it again, so... Alright. So then we need to do the one in here. And what we need to do is go past the room that we originally came from to the room with, coincidentally, the next mission marker. Of course, when I say coincidentally, I mean not at all coincidence. It's like when people say may or may not, and they really mean either may or may not, which is incredibly obvious given the circumstances. I had a girlfriend that did that. I actually found it kind of cute. Usually when I say may or may not, I literally mean may or may not, but apparently not everybody does that. Let's do this, I think. So the main mark we already have fought, the Ambling Bellows. The other two are Cryptos, which are the next level up from Hoplites. So we basically know what we're getting into already.
Now's our chance.
Back under your rock.
Okay, never mind. Guess I don't need that. Once it's got paint on it, there's no reason for me to even bother with it. May as well just kill the Cryptos.
Nothing personal.
Ooh, I really should have lived with that. Oh well, a little late now. Don't really care about my bestiaries for this playthrough anyway. It's not like you get anything from completing the bestiary.
I'm tougher than you thought, huh?
Unlike 13-2 and Lightning Returns, where you get things for completing the bestiary on both of those. So the mark for this is a mark that we will see multiple times later when we do can't remember what the name of them are now. The trials that we have to go through. It's basically like it looks like a March Madness basketball bracket, or I guess any sports bracket. But this is one of the entry-level monsters that you have to fight over and over and over again to get all of them. To complete all of the hunts. Trying to think of the best way to do this. Yeah, we could probably do it in this. Never mind. No, I want this one. Come to think of it. Just wait. so we get to turn around a little bit. And of course I did that. That would happen. As such, it's not really necessary to liberate it, but we're going to do it anyway. Only thing it's immune to is pain. Alright, that's cool. So that's all of them. And...
Hardly worth the effort.
And from this we get a warrior's wristband, which is the next step up in the power wristband, roller's wristband, etc. Means, actually, you know what, I'm not even using those. I was gonna say we can give it to Fang, but auto bravery is better. So I'm just gonna. Once you create the talismans, you basically don't need those except for prolonged fights. And now we've cleared out the fire from here, so we can move on.
Right, here we go again.
Can't take a hint.
You're one to talk.
Huh?
I actually really like the concept for this tower. I just hate the execution of it, having to run all over the place. But
Are they sad?
Well, I guess the way is open now.
Thank you.
you're welcome.
Good job.
Alright, well, we actually need to go in there, but before we do that, we're going to go down here and get the 5 spark plugs here from the treasure. Not that we particularly need those for anything. We'll end up just selling them, to tell the truth, but whatever. For the sake of completing as much of the treasure as possible. Yes. Come on. Come at me.
This is where we're going.
Nope. Oh, too far. Come on. There we go. Now all of y'all turn around. Oh, make sure I'm set up properly, because I don't need saboteurs for this. And rats. Alright, so if that doesn't work, then we drop them to the stairs and do it that way. Yo, all of you. That's right. Aha. You really don't need a preemptive strike for this battle, as long as you're as far advanced as we are, but since it's not hard to get. And we're going to pick up a weapon for Hope on our way up the stairs. Here. Then we get 2 more of these guys.
Well, that wasn't scary at all.
And 2 more of these.
As if there was any doubt.
Oh cool, we don't have to do anything for this one. Well, that's nice of him. They. So now you get the gist of this entire area. We're helping these guys out to clear ourselves a path and to rotate the tower to get us all the way up to the top. Now the nice thing is I don't have to go back down to get the elevator. I can actually just walk into this and it'll pull the elevator up. And no, you can't fall off the ledge. Then we're going to ride up another tier. Alright, there are 2 paths here, but the first one we want to take is the one towards the destination marker. So that's where we're going to go first, past the save point, and bypass the room for just a second to go get these glass orbs. I'm trying to remember, they protect against the status ailment, and I think it's days? No, I think that's right. Because I think rainbow anklets are days. Slow, okay. I knew it was one of those debuffs, but I couldn't remember which one. Alright, next thing I need is to set up in that. Now we get the next set of demon-type monsters. And we're going to start with Libra, because, I mean, always... So that'll save time in our casting. What do we got? We've got slow, curse, Curse, Imperil, and Deep Check that we can inflict down them. There we go. Then we're going to take this sub-elevator up to the next floor. Whoever did the architectural layout for this tower needed to be on medications. Between these little sub-elevators and then the flights of stairs and, like, just pick one. And we're gonna come over here, grab this, and then we have two of the other type of demon creature, which we don't need to have assassination on. These are the casters, so aggression will work just fine. So we're still gonna live with them. Oh no, they cast Deep Protect on me. Whatever shall I do? Now granted, if we were with the other type of the Yakshini or Yakshas to go with them, that would be annoying. Alright, then we get this one. And that just resets the battle over here and adds on the actual mark, which is that flying thing. It was like, where is it? I knew it was there. And we want to start with these again, try to get them taken care of as quickly as possible. Because this time, Deep Protect will actually be able to hit it.
Target's a target.
Annoying, but then we're going to switch to Exploitation and cast Libra. And the reason we're using Exploitation instead of Assassination is because it absorbs everything except Wind and Earth, and really who uses Quake. But and it's resistant to wind, so your best bet is just going to be to use physical attacks on it. And then we can just go to aggression and finish it. Even with Imperil, it's immune to everything and halves it, so.
Well, that wasn't scary at all.
Still not tough. And we get 6 Moon Blossom Seeds, which are good for selling. Still not a drop in the bucket compared to what we're going to need later in the game, but whatever. We're going to have to come back here anyway. So we're going to go down first. Just trying to remember the proper sequence of events. because we need to rotate the tower, and then we'll come back here to get everything else on this side. You know, I honestly don't need to fight anything. Not really sure it's worth my time, but... Alright, preemptive strike. Why not? That'll make this battle even more easy. Then we need to go over to the opposite side. I've never noticed him circling around on this level before. That's interesting. Hello? You are not what I was expecting. That's interesting. That's not the one. So the only three status ailments you can stick on these guys are D-Shell, Slow, and Curse, and that's why we have Vanille as a Ravager instead. Because she doesn't have Slow or Curse, so the only one she would be able to get to stick is D-Shell, which basically makes it guaranteed we just have to switch paradigms right away. I was about to say Personas, because I've been watching a Persona 5 playthrough. Yeah, about that. Oh, I forgot to get the treasure sphere here. And we want those rainbow anklets, because we will need those for days protection. Not anytime soon, but we will need them. Wow. Oh. Thought I was going to get a preemptive strike and make this incredibly easy, but not that it's all that tough anyway, but... D-Shell, Slow, Curse, and Imperil. Okay. If you are casually pacing yourself through this game, then these might actually be tough enemies for you. And if that's the case, you're probably woefully under-leveled for the upcoming boss. Just FYI. Which means you probably want to go back to Mahabara and do some grinding. because the next mark is absolutely no fun. These are probably some of my least favorite enemies in the game. These and the upgraded versions. So there's a funny thing about this enemy, that if you just stand in one place, he, for whatever reason, like, can't angle his attacks properly to hit you, and he'll just constantly go over your head. So if you want to fight him, you pretty much like have to run into him when he goes above you, or just move to where he's actually hitting. I'm not really sure why that is exactly. Because you think they would just program it so that they angled it slightly differently, but I guess the animation. Do I need anything at the end? No, I don't. Cool. Then there are these guys that like to hide up in the rafters. And then they still can barely run into you. Yep. This is one of those enemies that is designed to make you overconfident, because even if you're under-leveled for this area, you can still take those things out with aggression really fast. Alright, then we can go around. Do I even care about these? Not really. Then again, the battle's over so quickly it doesn't really matter.
Target's a target.
Not gonna fight that one unless it just happens to run into me. Okay, it happened to run into me. Fine. I like how I was still in aggression and it still took it down. In like literally 3 seconds flat. Yeah, this we want Smart Bomb for. probably just, you know, kill this now since I've got all the debuffs on it. Sorry, my mind wandered for a moment there. Alright, and there are 2 spheres in here. One there. One over here. This one has a weapon for snow in it. Alright, so these are one of the biggest nuisances in the game. You cannot get a preemptive strike on them. I don't think. Maybe wrong. No, you can't get a preemptive strike on them. I think even if you use Deceptisol, you can't get a preemptive strike on them. We'll do this. So as soon as that's always the first thing that this class of enemy does is cast inertial barrier, and then you literally can't damage it until you take down the barrier, which in order to take down the barrier you have to stagger it. And its stagger point is pretty high. And on top of that, it is also, this class is some of the most potent spellcasters in the game. This one does 2 attacks of relatively basic spells. The next version up does like multiple attacks of the Aga spells, including Poison Ga and Curse Ga. I don't remember what other status effects it does, but not fun. And then once the barrier is down, then you want to take it down with as many status debuffs you can get on it. Since this is the only time you're going to get status debuffs to really stick very well. I think those are the only ones I got. Yes, it is. So, and then use aggression because it's still resistant. Oh, and they can't be launched. But if you know how to take them out, then these ones aren't all that tricky. The next version up is a lot more difficult, and at one point we will have to fight 2 of them simultaneously. Not a fun fight. Go this way. I'm gonna pick up the next mission here. And then we're gonna take on the Tyrant, which is the next Centaurian, next level of Centaurian. If you are not leveled up, if you don't have this level of the Crystarium finished off, don't even think about trying. And only because we want to get the Forge Blade prompt, we want to get the Centaurian Blade as much as I hate it. We're going to go ahead and let it, we're going to go ahead and take it in the Libroscope, so we don't have to worry about that blade. And then and if you don't care about bestiary completion, then by all means use by all means either avoid it or use preemptive strike. But Actually, I need to put variety back in my setup. The other alternative here is you could toss on the pulse fire ring or the ember rings to reduce your fire damage. It's not a horrible idea. Wow, I like how that completely missed me.
Change of plan.
And remember, you don't actually have to kill the blade, especially if you use the Libroscope, because that will automatically give you all of the bestiary completions. So just go ahead and finish the tyrant and call it a day. There we go. You don't get any extra CP for beating the blade. You don't get any extra drops. Alright. Then we want to go this way.
Back again. I'm getting tired of this. Let's double back.
So now instead of fire, he's using ice. Okay.
When it rains, it pours.
There's gotta be something useful here.
Did I not get this quest already? I'm pretty sure I did. Yeah, that's what I thought. Good. Now we get to go back where we came from. Wait, what? What? Move? I don't even care about getting a preemptive strike on this.
Easy.
How much TP do we have right now? Really? Thank you. Okay, that's enough TP to do what I want to do. Nah, it's fine. So this is our next mark battle. If they'll actually hit me. Thank you. So the smaller ones are simple. We're just going to go ahead and take targeting this guy while we're taking out the other ones. And we're going to Libra it. Then we're gonna toss it at you real quick here. That's why I checked my TP, because I knew I was gonna need at least 3 for this battle, because I figured I'd probably need to cast 1 renew. Other than that, I would have had to put in diversity to make it easier on myself, but meh. And now we're going to go back down again. Hi. Hello, glitch. Nice. Okay. Alright, now we're going to take this tyrant down again, but this time we're going to use a preemptive strike, because it's kind of silly not to. Except when you fail to hit the door. So, door, there. Thank you. A little farther. A little farther. Come on. That works. Hi there. There we go.
Pick on something your own size. My bad. My bad.
He saved us again.
Yeah. Huh. You want to help us?
Duh.
Oh, he's gone.
Let's just count our blessings. The way's clear.
Right.
Ciao.
We're done with all the missions in this area. All we have now is to actually ride to the top and fight the boss. Or what's left of him.
Hurry up and get
Of course, we can't get to the central elevator from here.
Hardly worth the effort.
Not entirely sure why I'm fighting these battles. On one hand, fighting them now saves me time grinding off camera later at the end of this storyline. On the other hand, not really in the mood to fight them. Alright, so now we're gonna go back down to the 4th floor. So we can get on the elevator to the 6th tier. And then we can ride the central elevator. No, I'm sorry. We're riding the central elevator to the 6th tier. And then we're going to ride another elevator to the Club Inspire. Yep. Just follow the waypoint marker. I feel like we're in the Fiddler on the Roof. One long staircase just going up, another even longer coming down, and one more leading nowhere just for show. Alright, so now up to the 6th tier. Up, thank you. We're going to go ahead and finish with the boss fight for this. And then that way, if you're watching this as it airs tomorrow, I'll do another What If You Don't Like My Way, where we fight the boss with different configurations and without shrouds, more interestingly. Alright, we need to go this way.
That's how it's done.
If you're wondering about the other side, we've already been to that side. That's maybe I'm wrong on that. Hang on. Let me think about this. Yeah, that's the side that we did all the rest of those fights on.
Easy.
Now don't miss this treasure sphere on the 6th floor of Tajan's Tower, because that has the second clay ring, which we will need when we fight the Ortoises, specifically the Adamantoises that we fight later. Actually, I think it's an Adamantoise and then 2 Adamantortoises, if I remember correctly. And that's just in the storyline. To be honest, there's no sense in fighting these right now. Don't really feel like it. 3 vampires, even at our level, is a little bit more than I would like to bother with. Because they're almost guaranteed to get off whale, which dazes somebody. Plus they use Aroga, which is basically it's significantly good as Aroga. But it can launch your party members into the air. So to get 3 of those going at the same time is a pain. I mean, it's doable at our level, but why bother? They're not guarding anything. Alright, so now we're up to the Cloven Spire, the top of Tajin's Tower. We don't want to go... The middle is where we have to fight the boss of the tower. But before we do that, the area is currently free of enemies, so we're just gonna get the treasure spheres that are here. Let's see if I can remember where they are. One there. The other Saul, and then there's 2 Frostbane brooches somewhere. Alright, where are they? I came up at. Can't remember where they are. That's one I got. Another one up here. No. Is I'm losing my mind. I know there's another one here. Not up here. Oh, 'cause this is where we go later. Seath stone here that we're gonna come back to. There it is. Before we take on this battle, I'm going to save, because, like I said, I'm going to do a what if you don't like My Way episode. And if I don't save before the boss fight, then it's going to be really annoying to try to do. Because I'll have to come all the way back here. Alright, now, where are we at for TP? We shouldn't need it. But what we need to do to make this as easy as possible is we're going to swap out Snow for Vanille. And we're going to make Fang our party leader for the sake of hit points. Then we're going to set up paradigms. Like that. And the reason we're doing this is because we want the Cerberus paradigm. So triple commando. Alright, we're going to be using shrouds, so we don't need our normal equipment set up. We're going to use a different setup for her for the weaponry. We're going to use Bladed Lance. And we're going to give her... Actually, let me sort these real quick. Find what I'm looking for. You get a rune bracelet, the warrior's wristband that we picked up, and a pearl necklace. Yeah, we need to get 2 more pearl necklaces. Here. Here. Yep. There we go. Get our 3 pearl necklaces. Lightning stays with the same sword. If you haven't upgraded this all the way, it's not a bad idea to switch to the Gladius for the extra, well, whatever it is, since I don't know at the moment. But I think it has both stats that I think are up for her for the Gladius, since the Axis Blade takes away from stats in order to do the ATB charge bonus, so... Rune bracelet. You get the sorcerer's mark and one of our pearl necklaces. You are gonna get Umbra. Rune bracelet. Brawler's wristband, and our last pearl necklace. And that improved ward, the reason we're using that one is because it increases fringe ward, and what fringe ward does is it allows him to reduce damage for everybody else as long as he's the target of the area attack. So in other words, it enhances his sentinel roll so that when he's targeted by multi-target spells, the rest of the targets don't get as much damage. And we don't particularly care about Death Ward because hopefully it won't come into play. Okay, then we're going to use our Fortisol and Aegisol. And here we go. Wait, you know, I think I might have made a mistake. Yeah, because I didn't set up my default paradigm right. Oh well. That's a minor detail.
Uh-huh. Hey, look!
It's acting strange. He must be weak from losing his tail.
Yeah? Looks plenty feisty to me.
He's bluffing to scare us off. Let's just go with that, all right? Come on, we can do this.
Yeah, especially since you're not even in the party, Hope.
Fine.
Alright, so obviously we want to cast Libera. And then I actually need to switch to Relentless Assault because that's what I meant to start in. And basically our goal here is to get it staggered as quickly as possible, then debuff it quickly, and then just wail on it with Cerberus. Once it's staggered, it does nothing until it's unstaggered. On the other hand, if it survives the first stagger period, you're potentially in a world of trouble. Come on, slow. And we're up to 999, so we are going to just beat it. Hopefully we can get 3 Scourge / Slide attacks on it when the stagger period ends, and that will do it. Boom! Ah, seriously? You're still alive? How's that even possible? Not that it matters. We'll take it down soon enough. There we go. And then we get a Tetratic Tiara that we don't need anymore because I've already used all of those. But hey, we can sell it. And that's the boss if you know how to take him down quickly. Just wait till tomorrow, assuming you're watching this chronologically. And you'll get the what if you don't do it that way. And then he becomes one of the most difficult bosses in the game.
He's saying thanks.
At last, we are free. We go now.
When I played this game through the first time, I wasn't grinding, I wasn't doing any of that stuff. I was basically just getting through. I wasn't even necessarily collecting everything.
Sounds like it.
And
Somewhere out there.
Dahaka, this boss, was the first boss that I really struggled with, which is the general consensus among players that don't
Guess
like
they're just doing what they
over-level
can too.
the entire time anyway.
Trying to save the world. Yeah, well, it's not all on them. Last time I checked, we are still in this fight.
It's designed to be a boss that you would be able to get through the game just
Ereba's right
by
down there,
mindless hack and slashing for the most part, witut too much difficulty, until you get to Dahaka, and then he
I'm very
requires a
naturey.
completely different strategy if you don't
You could
know,
see, huh?
like if
You from
you've
here?
been relying on that the
Ain't
whole
so
time.
rosy, I'm sorry to say.
You want to wait here?
No. I need to see for myself. It's all gone.
every trace of color. We're chasing shadows. This whole idea of losing our brands is hopeless.
There's gotta be a way.
Let's keep on looking. That's what we came here for. We all agreed, and now we're here.
You think it's really possible?
Sure, anything is.
There's no going back.
You don't think I know that?
Come on.
All right. So back to the save point. Actually, I may as well get our stuff set up for... And that's really all we're going to need for the rest of the chapter. So, equipment. Alright, we didn't change Neil's equipment, so that's all set. That's going to do it for this episode. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure to like and share and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Again, there will be an episode if you are watching this as it airs. There will be an episode tomorrow for the next in the What If You Don't Like My Way series, where I'll be fighting Dahaka a couple more times with some different parties.